suspect in custody. Gun recovered. Rolled fire to our scene.
911 emergency.
Yeah, my neighbor just came.
Deputy David Wargo was a K-9 officer with the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office when he volunteered for a routine, off-duty night shift job. But that night would be anything but routine.
He was doing a job, a supermarket kind of detail, doing security work. And he took a job that was here close to the house at a Safeway, and I guess it just didn't go right.
May 23, 2003, during an investigation where the vehicle's occupants were not complying with the deputy's request, 31-year-old Deputy David Wargo reached in through the open passenger side door and grabbed for the keys in an attempt to prevent the car from leaving the scene. The suspect then stepped on the accelerator and sped forward with Deputy Wargo hanging halfway out of the vehicle. The suspect pushed Deputy Wargo out of the truck, which was now traveling at about 35 miles per hour. After being thrown from the vehicle, Deputy David Wargo hit the curb, causing extensive brain trauma.
And he said that he'd be only gone for 4 hours, and that he'd be home right away, that we'd have dinner. 4 hours. It didn't, 4 hours was a long time. And so I got a call a knock at my door at about 11 o'clock. And it was one of his K-9 buddies. And he said, can you get a sitter for the kids? Because I got to take you to the hospital because something happened to David.
Deputy Wargo was in a coma for 9 months before finally regaining consciousness. But the brain damage he sustained was severe.
My husband did a lot for his community. He put his life out there. And he got injured taking care of the community.
All right. Okay, one more time.
Today, David Wargo requires 24-hour care. His wife Lisa quit her job to become his primary caregiver. Each day, she challenges David through physical therapy as they work to regain any possible motor skills.
Suspect does have a gun. He's on the ground, unknown if he's fatal. 320, I need another officer up here.
I need more units at 6916 West Cinnabar. I need another unit.
You start to assess and you start looking around. It's 4:30 in the morning. It's dark. It's cold, December 17th, and I'm watching them. I watched it. I remember the flash. I never lost. When I fell, I lost consciousness, I guess, for 2 seconds, if anything. I remember the muzzle blast. I remember it all. And he was on his back. I wasn't aiming. And pulled that trigger. The guy killed another guy at the road for drugs, for less than a half pound of weed and $20. Horrible, horrible. He executed that man.
Bill White was wearing his bulletproof vest that night. But today, the gunman's bullet remains lodged against his spinal cord, reminding him what he gave doing his job for his community. Removing the bullet would put Bill at risk of losing the use of his arms.
Obviously, worst day of my life. Everybody lost that day. Peoria lost. Even the guys that did the shooting, their family lost somebody. Yeah, I agree. Hey, they're not my most favorite people in the world, but still somebody lost their kid. And, I lost my movement, and there's another guy that has to go to prison for the rest of his life. It was a horrible day.
As a professional athlete, we always seem to get the limelight and all the attention, and those guys are the real heroes that go out there and, defend our community every day, with all the crime and different stuff going on.
Sometimes it just hits and you just can't control the emotion, and I guess here's the best part, we have everybody here that loves us, and we love everybody, that's been supporting us through this whole thing, and we're very thankful.
Thank you so much. after I got shot. This is the officer that pulled me out and put me in the back of his truck. It took me out of the light of fire. He was just on his way to work. He didn't even know what was going on. He just saw cops and he goes, I got a weird feeling. And I was laying there, the other officers pulled me out. They had nowhere to pull me to. And he pulled up and they threw me up in the back of his truck and took me out. Y'all want to talk to a hero? Talk to him.
That was awesome. I miss it. I miss it more than anything. If I get my legs back, I could walk again in a heartbeat. I'd go back there.
Border Patrol officers work tirelessly to stop the constant flow of illegal immigrants and drugs from Mexico into the United States.
You could just be riding out, and suddenly somebody jumps from the fence and you start chasing them. And illegals cross through there, you never know what's going to happen. So.
In Nogales, this fence isn't enough to stop illegal activity from entering the country through the Arizona state line.
About a year and a half ago, 2 agents got shot on duty. Those 2 guys were assigned to the west side of Nogales, and they're just cutting sign, looking out in the area, and they weren't expecting it. They just got shot. Shots were fired. There was nobody in the area, so.
In rural areas, the border becomes a simple barbed wire fence, and the Border Patrol is spread thin.
A lot of times we work by ourselves, and our backup can be right away or 2 to 3 hours away. And one incident, my personal experience, is catching a group of 53 by myself. And, you know, it's a little scary, but we're trained to basically deal with this. Typical arrest are 1, 2, you know, small amounts, and we deal in large numbers.
Some of them will be lucky and go through their whole life and never even draw their weapon, but the potential for them to literally put their life on the line to maybe face the end of their own life is there every single day.
Arizona firefighters face unpredictable dangers every day. One moment battling volatile fires, the next responding to car crashes.
As much as we train and as much as we work hard to be safe in really going into unsafe situations, we just can't control a lot of things.
The stuff that we fear more than our basic fires, we feel that we're fairly well trained on that, but even just our basic car accidents. Having the drivers that aren't paying attention while we're standing on the side of the road and just getting taken out just in a second's notice, not even seeing what's coming.
The men and women behind the badge face danger and death, protecting the people of Arizona. They give their heart. They give their all. They give their life.